So, who's miserable?
Me.
So excited. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. And that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Fingers found a list because he loves himself a list.
Very excited about this one, too.
This is a list, ladies and gentlemen, of the 5 most miserable cities in America. They will publish anything. When I talk about the anxiety, when I talk about people being amped up, when I talk about people being angry, this is it. This is it. I think the list itself is ridiculous. Now, in the World Happiness Rankings, the U.S. has gone down 8 places, falling out of the top 20 for the first time ever.
I believe that.
I wonder if that is, again, political as opposed to anything else.
So I mentioned...
Yes.
So I watched this documentary on the Tragically Hip.
Yeah.
And it's a Canadian band.
Yes, they
are. And they did this final concert, and 11 million Canadians watched it. It was it's the second highest rated show in Canada of all time. And the amount of Canadian flags that were waved and the sense of pride from Canadians throughout that whole thing, I looked at that and I thought, we don't have that in America anymore. It feels like we are so divided. There isn't. Can you think of one thing that unifies this country right now? Other than something terrible like a terrorist attack.
None of us went to go see Snow White, the live action film.
That's what unifies us.
Rachel Zegler, you did this to yourself. You ruined all the hard work of everybody there because you couldn't just not be hateful. You couldn't just keep your mouth closed. Couldn't just take the money and say, I'm the next ingenue of America. Thank you. Nope. I don't feel for you at all. You did this. You're young. Maybe you'll learn. Maybe you'll have a bounce back. Maybe it'll be the end of your career. I don't know. But what you did to the people who worked on Snow White, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I just feel like we are so divided. Then on top of it, I don't want to get too political on this.
Too late.
Okay, well, I may as well just jump right into the divisive pool. I feel like children in this country today are not taught to love their country like in previous generations.
I think that's true. I think that's absolutely true. And I do agree with you that it's a problem. What you get told is America is terrible for this and America is terrible for that. And we did terrible this and we did terrible that. If one of the things that never gets discussed is what we do today, how we have as a nation worked through a fair amount of these things, how we have made generational leaps in becoming the more perfect union, as the preamble to the Constitution describes. So we don't cheer ourselves for the successes. We have decided that there's profit off of grievance and anger and hate and despair. Then there are some people who want to tear down this way of life. Of course, you're not. Everybody in Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation is agreeing with you. All right, that thing isn't taught, and there are people who sadly believe that there's nothing great about the country. And I would remind those people that they're wrong.
There's always a yeah, but. If there's some sort of success in the country, if there's something that you would feel would unify America, there's always someone in the background saying, yeah, but.
Yeah, and those people should be ignored. Those people should be dismissed. I'm moving on. Let's get back to the story. See what I did?
Not with social media.
You gotta get off the social media.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at Go Eat Drink Smoke and on Instagram, Eat Drink Smoke Podcast.
So let's ignore the negativity and talk about the 5 most miserable cities in America.
All right. So what are, there's a slideshow. Okay.
I do love me a good slideshow.
Number 5 on the list is Gulfport, Mississippi. Why?
Why? It performed especially poorly in the income growth metric, according to, I believe, the people who did the study are the fine folks at Wallet Hub.
Oh, so because it doesn't have much cash?
I guess not. I mean, I personally love going to Gulfport. I don't know if you know this or not. There are casinos there.
We should go right now.
Right?
In Jackson, WJNT, or is that in Ridgeland? Just curious. Yes or no? Yes or no? Where Eat, Drink, Smoke is heard. Or do you feel that way about Gulfport, Mississippi? Number 4 on the list, Fort Smith, Arkansas. What's wrong with Fort Smith?
Well, according to the list, it has the second lowest levels of sports participation in the country.
And that makes them miserable? You know who's miserable? The kids who are forced to play Little League. They're miserable.
No, you know who's more miserable
The
than
parents?
the kids? Yes. Because here's what happens. Little League is a gateway into travel baseball.
Oh, right.
Oh, good.
So you're thrilled
Lord.
when your kid is terrible and they don't want to continue.
Yes.
That's what you're hoping for.
Absolutely. Because what happens is it's the gateway, and then all of a sudden your kid is playing travel baseball, and you find yourself 2 states away for a tournament asking yourself, how the hell did this happen?
Their parents, that's their whole life.
Yeah.
And other parents are doing it, and the tournament's over, and there they are in the hotel afterwards. Cases of beer. If you've ever seen it, it's glorious. It is glorious. Number 3 on the list, Fingers Malloy, of the 5 most miserable cities in America, Memphis, Tennessee. Why Memphis? Well, Memphis does have a crime issue. That much is very, very true. And my midday show is heard on KWAM in Memphis. But is that it? Is it the crime situation?
Oh, well, they performed in Memphis, performed especially poorly in the income and unemployment category. And I'm sure crime has something to do with it as well.
Number 2, Michigander, Detroit.
I find this incredibly difficult to believe.
Why is that?
Because it's the happiest city on earth. That's why.
Is that right?
Yes. It has the lowest level of adequate sleep. Oh, I get that because we're so jazzed up. I don't even live in Detroit. Adequate sleep and the highest divorce and separation rate in the country. Really? Wonder what that's all about. Probably. I know exactly what it is. It's the husband who says, I just want to watch my high-flying Detroit Lions play football on Sunday. And the wife is saying, I'm sick of you watching Detroit Lions football on Sunday. And then they start arguing, and next thing you know, bam, divorce court.
I really wish you wouldn't bring your personal life into this.
Wow.
9.
Wow.
You don't live in Detroit. This can't be you. 910 Superstation. Superstation 910 a.m. Is where the show is heard, of course. Eat, Drink, Smoke in Detroit for your people.
My people.
For your people, Fingers Malloy. Tell us if it's miserable in Detroit. And number 1 on the list, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow. Did you just come up with that yourself?
No.
Oh.
No. The reason, by the way, it's miserable is because Fingers Malloy, we are on no stations in Ohio.
That's exactly.
That's why they're
what
miserable.
It is.
I get it. I get that. That's real.
Apparently, Cleveland, Ohio, especially performed poorly in the community and environmental category.
Yeah, because first of all, the mistake on the lake. It is. Have you been there in winter?
No, I've never been to Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland's lovely.
Yeah,
people who live in Cleveland who I've known, super happy, love Cleveland. There's a solid food scene in Cleveland. There's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's the Guardians and the Browns. Baseball and football.
All I have to say is you're saying a lot of positive things about Cleveland. Didn't say too many positive things about Detroit.
They've got the Red Wings. And they did something to pizza with cheese and the crust. I don't even know what that is.
My goodness. You know, I will sit here all day and listen to you insult me. I will not stand by and listen to you insult Detroit-style pizza or Kogel hot dogs.
You invite us up, Detroit. We are there. And the pizza's on Fingers. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media. On Twitter, @Go Eat, Drink, Smoke. On Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke. And Instagram, @Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast. Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.